Warning: Superpower review is intended for a mature viewing audience. This video may show images that are not suitable for kids under 13 years old. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up everybody, my name is Ken Vidinia and welcome to my channel Superpower Review. On today's video, I'm going to be helping you guys spot the difference between a first, second, and third printings on the Batman Dark Knight Returns series. Alright guys, before we start today's video, I want you guys to please smash that like button if you find today's video helpful. Comment some feedback in the comment section down below. And lastly, subscribe to the channel for future content. Now, if you guys go down to this video's description down below, and if you click on the link, you can find out how you can enter in our 1,800 subscriber giveaway. Alright, so let's get into today's video. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns is probably one of the best Batman stories ever told. Now these books have first printings, second printings, and third printings. Now with issues number 1, not 2, we'll get into issue 2 later on how to spot that difference. It's a little bit harder, but issues 1, 3, and 4 are all the same, okay? So we're gonna open up one of these books right here. We'll go to the first one, and we're gonna open it up out of the bag. And now, I'm sure this is going to make lots of people frantic in this video. I'm sure after this video or during this video, a lot of people are going to be rummaging through their collections and they're going to be checking if their books are first prints or second prints and further on. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your book and you're going to open it up. You're going to open just the cover, okay, like so. And I don't want to open up mine too much because these are very stiff books, okay. Now, if you look on the back of the cover, okay, you can see all that wording over there, right? So this is how I can tell that this is a first print, okay? This is a first print because there is nothing labeled at the bottom of the text indicating that this is a second print or a third print. And it would normally be right underneath this Warner Communications Company logo, okay? And now I'll be throwing up an image right now on what the second printing looks like. It will actually say right underneath it that it's a second printing, okay, or a third printing, okay? So that's how you spot the difference between a first print or a second print. And like I said, it's all of the same. It's the same thing for issues 1, 3, and 4, okay? Now keep that in mind, all right? Now issue 2 is a bit different. This is where things get really, really tricky. Issue 2 came out in 1986 with a printing error, okay? And I'll take that book out. So when the book was released, okay, DC forgot to indicate that the book is a second printing. So if you open up the cover, okay, this will not tell you if it's a second print. Now this one, I have indicated that this is a first printing, and I'm going to tell you the reason why, okay? The only way you can tell the difference between a first and second printing on a Dark Knight Returns issue number 2 is by looking at the color grays on the front page and behind the cover, okay? Now, when these books came out, okay, second printings are known to have a much, much darker gray tone on behind the cover. And again, I'll show you guys a picture of how dark it really looks. Now, if it's a lighter gray, okay, it's a first printing, just like on the other books here, okay? So lighter grays are normally first printings, darker grays are second printings. Now on this book, okay, if it's a third printing, okay, it will say, like I said before, okay, if you open up that front cover, it will say at the bottom of that Warner logo that it's a third printing, okay? So that's how you spot the difference, okay? So again, lighter gray means first print, darker gray means second print, and you're gonna see it's a much, much darker compared to the first page on the book, okay? Now, doing research to this video, okay, and it took me a couple of days to research this and whatnot, and I found out something pretty astonishing, okay? Now, I'm not going to name the company, but it's going to be clear who I'm talking about. by holding this slab, okay? Now, when CGC grades these books, okay, we all know that they indicate the printing by putting it on top, in the middle of the label over here, okay? If it doesn't indicate the printing, that means we all know it's a first print, okay? So, here's the thing, here's the kick in the pants. You're gonna wanna sit down for this because this made me a bit sick. The people over at this comic company, again, who I will not mention, has been around for years, okay? And they have been grading hundreds and hundreds of these books, okay? The people at this company did not know how to tell the difference between a first and second printing. Of course, they know the difference between a third printing because the book labels it as a third printing. So for all these years, and after grading hundreds of these books, this company has been grading these books as first printings and not putting it in the middle of the label or indicating it. That's pretty sickening, right? So I recently found this out, and only recently this company has been indicating or been looking at these books and grading them as second prints. Now, I looked at the census, and I'll throw up that picture right now. You can see that there are hundreds in the first printing category, and there are like way less than 100 in the second printing category, because like I said, they've only been recently grading these books and indicating them as a second print. So there are so many of these books out there that are slabbed as a first print, but could be a second print. That's pretty sickening. So I was doing some research, and I actually took the VIN number on the label, and I typed it into the registry on CGC to see if I could find out a little more information about this book to see if it's a first print. And you know, it's labeled as the first print, but without looking inside of the cover, there's really no way of telling if it's a first print or a second print. I am confident that this is a first print, and I'm going to tell you another reason in a few seconds. But there are only 16 other books slabbed and signed at a 9.0. So the chances of me getting a second print in this book is very slim, and like I said, I'm very confident that this is a first printing. Now, this is not confirmed with the comic community, but I've noticed something while doing research for this video. I've noticed that the first printings on these on the Dark Knight Returns issue number 2, okay, and again, I'm going to be throwing up some pictures as I talk about it. The covers on the first printings, the colors are very more vibrant than the second printings, okay? So if we look at Batman here, okay, where it shows his skin is very orangey, okay? And he's got a more orange tones to him. We can see, we can see more oranges on his shoulder here. We can see oranges on his chest. And if we go down to his knee, we can see oranges down on his knee, on his knuckles. And the other thing that I noticed, like I said, the covers on the first printings are more vibrant. The browns, okay, so like this cover has like a brownish, orangish background to it, are very much more vibrant, okay? So what I noticed for the second printings, okay, and I went on eBay, I typed up second printings, Dark Knight Returns issue number 2, and what I found out is that whoever could spot the difference using the cover method, I've noticed that the colors are a little more washed down on second prints, okay? So Batman looks a little more pale, and again, I'm going to be showing some pictures so you can see the difference. Batman looks a little more pale, it's not as vibrant, and you know, the background is not as vibrant either, so everything is toned down a bit. Again, it's not confirmed that you can tell the first and second prints by doing this, but this is something that I have noticed. So with that being said, with these two books that I have here, and seeing that this graded, the slabbed one, this signed slabbed one has you know, a very vibrant Batman, a reddish, more orange Batman, this kind of confirms to me that this could potentially be a first print. I'm almost 90% certain, okay? Now, if you guys want to buy or have a slabbed copy, here's my advice to you, okay? My advice to you is to buy a raw copy and look at it, make sure that the inside of the front cover is a light gray, not a dark gray, okay? And then you submit it to CGC. Now, if you have one slabbed, and I have thought about doing this as well, because since this company has been indicating second prints very recently, if you have one slabbed, if you have one signed, you can resubmit it to the company, send a sticky note on the book saying, hey, I would really like to resubmit this, and I want this to be indicated on the label if it's a second print. And like I said, if it's a first print, it's not going to be indicated on the label, okay? Second print is going to be indicated right here, and third print as such. I tried very, very hard to look for a Batman Dark Knight Returns issue number 2 that said second printing on the label, but again, they just recently started this, and it's so rare that I couldn't even find an image of it. So they are out there, and like I said, there are many second prints that are graded and labeled as first prints, and that just made me absolutely sick. As soon as I did all my research, I went home right away to check all of my books to make sure that they were first prints, and I am 100% certain that they are. So that is my advice to you guys. So the next time you're in the market for any Batman Dark Knight Returns comic books, you know, if you're going to the shop, again, take it out of the bag, take a look at it, you know, so you can make the reference if it's a first print, second print, or third print. If you're buying on eBay, be a little more careful. You know, if the seller doesn't know about this tip, you know, ask questions or ask them, hey, can you please send me a photo of the inside cover? That will kind of more or less help me what printing this is. So that's my advice to you guys. Okay, I hope you guys certainly enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are okay. I hope your books are okay. Again, if you guys thought that this video was helpful, don't forget to smash that like button. And again, if you guys want more informative videos like this on such as, you know, on how to tell the different printings of other Batman books, let me know in the comment section down below. And lastly, subscribe to the channel to show your support. And don't forget to go in this video's description down below, click on that link and find out how you can win a free signed slab for our 1,800 subscriber giveaway. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.